Hi guys, good morning everyone. Today is March 25th, 2020, and in today's video, I just want to give a few updates on how the market is performing, not just in the Philippine market, but in the US market. Time now is actually 1:37 in the morning, and I am closely monitoring what is happening in the US market. And right now, as you can see, all markets are bouncing. And that actually made me curious because for the past how many days everything's on a decline. But look what is happening at the moment. Everything's up on average 7, 8, 5, 6%. And I was very curious as to what's triggering that despite the current situation on the coronavirus um, being a pandemic in almost all the countries, right? So I was researching and I found out that here eToro gave us a very good update here. So due to, if I may read, due to the extreme market conditions, the following restrictions have been put in place, and due to a ban on short selling put in place by French regulators, AMF, the sell side on the eToro platform is temporarily unavailable for French and Belgian stocks. So I researched further. It's not just um, because of the French regulators. I also found another article here. This one um, came from thestar.com. Here, they reported KLCI stages rebound on US Fed pledge, halt to short selling. And here, as you can see, um, look at this. US federal pledge to stabilize the financial system and also the regulators' decisive action to halt short selling until April 30th. This means that uh, we will not be able to do short selling until April 30th. So tendency is people will bet on a buy position. So that means I would assume that is currently triggering the market to bounce. So I'm wondering, maybe in tomorrow's market, I'm thinking there will be a positive impact on how the market will perform tomorrow, especially in the Philippine market, right? Um, so that's just my ultimate feeling by tomorrow. But let's take a look at how um, our stocks are performing. Maybe some of our traders or investors already have an idea. That's why some of our stocks are starting to climb up. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at PSEI. Okay, so could this be the bottom of PSEI? Have we reached the bottom? Actually, I feel, let us check. See that they have almost the same chart as BPI over here. So I feel that based on what I have read and researched tonight, I feel that we are about to face a bounce in tomorrow's market. I just have a strong feeling about this. And maybe that's the reason why, for the past how many days, we are just moving within this range. And we're also at the oversold area. So let's take a look now on how some of our stocks are performing. Okay, I might have to divide this video into two parts so that I get to cover more stocks for you, because in the past few days I have been recording because as you know, we've been busy facilitating our work from home setup at the office. At the same time, um, with all the stocks moving downwards, sometimes well, I got demotivated because it's not so nice to share news when all of the stocks are moving downwards. All you gotta say is everything's gonna decline, right? So that doesn't sound good. But given the situation with what is currently, as we speak, what is currently happening in the U.S. market, um, with promising movements, I think it's about time to review this because we might have some or a lot of good news by tomorrow, right? So let's start discussing. By the way, if this is your first time in our channel, um, you may go ahead and hit that subscribe so you are always updated. For the past few days, I would have to say that is just an isolated case. But if we are going to continue with promising movements in the market, I guarantee you every day I am going to record. I am going to do live, especially because we're now here working from home. Okay, let's take a look. All stocks. So what I am using is Investograms, by the way. And if you have some requests on any particular stock you'd like me to review, just go ahead and drop a comment. I can review that for you. Just in any case, I am not able to cover your stock. Okay, BDO. BDO, I would have to say we have reached a possible bounce area as well. We are like the PSEI. We've been moving within this range. So just in case the market gives you a chance at 87, the nearer you are to the 87 area, that would be a good area to buy and start accumulating volume. And definitely, I feel that anytime soon, this gap that happened right over here will be filled. Okay, and you're also at the oversold area. ICT. For ICT, okay, let's see. Let's just put this full screen. ICT. Okay, I already see a bullish divergence here, right? Your RSI is already showing an upward trend, while your price is on a decline. So that's the rule that we follow, right? When the price is moving downwards and your RSI is starting to show some bullish movement wherein it goes in an upward direction, that means we will be reaching a possible change in direction anytime soon. But um, my recommendation, given that we are currently here on a red candlestick today, I suggest maybe we can wait for a green engulfing candlestick to come out. When I say engulfing, that means this candlestick must be bigger or must end higher than the 68.53 area. Okay, BPI. BPI almost has the same look as what we have for PSEI. Let's mark this area around 52, 51, 50, around that area as our area of support. Meaning, actually, wherever it is at right now, I suggest it's already a good time to buy. That's with the price ending much higher, a little higher than the previous day. I think that's already a good sign. Okay, JFC is the most promising for me. This has been a this stock has been badly beaten the past few weeks, and I suggest this is already a good opportunity. The last time we've seen Jollibee hit this price was back in, let's see, okay, this was back in 2012, around this, right? So it's never too late to start in that stock market because who knows? Um, well, we're not praying for situations like this to happen, but um, this is a candid opportunity for us to buy Jollibee at a much cheaper price. And when we know for a fact that the intrinsic value, when you say the intrinsic value, the potential and the financial situation of this stock is very promising, very stable company. And I think the moment it dips, it's just a really great opportunity for us to start investing and start accumulating volume for this stock. Personally, I entered the last time I mentioned, I think around 225, 223, but I am not so worried at all because I feel that this area is really a good time to buy. Well, on a yearly chart though, um, I feel that this line, we're using Bollinger Band and we're using MA20 line here. The center line is the MA20 line. So I feel that it is just going to bounce here and then we'll move up again. And we're using a 12-month period in our chart. So that, so we're currently sitting at a possible area of support there. Ali, Ali as well is starting. So there was a gap down that happened, right? So it is filling that gap, and volume is starting to increase, except for one exceptional here. Um, so I just have a feeling that for this one, in case it will move up, your it will first challenge your MA20 line, this being your next resistance over here, or just in case it will just there are two possibilities here. There's a slight bounce, and then it will revisit your support. And let's take a look at the area where it could revisit. That way you would know where you can still enter. Okay, this is the support that I see, 26. I expanded it to a weekly chart so that we see a real picture here. So do you see this? Several times this area was hit. Okay, this one as well. So there's some stabilization that happened there. So that means Ali could, just in case you see a red candlestick coming out again in the coming days, would have to say it will probably just stabilize in this range. Okay, 26. SMPH. SMPH also badly beaten here. So I think it will just continue to go up because your RSI is at the oversold. I don't think it'll go any lower than this. Um, and if you want to start now um, putting your investment back in the stock market, just put in trenches. Meaning, don't put everything all at once at one area. That way, you can just test first if this uptrend or bounce is really going to sustain. URC, I don't recommend. This is a red engulfing candlestick, and you're also in the your RSI does not show any possible signs of recovery yet. It is still showing, as I can see here, still showing on a decline, right? Still moving downwards. Well, the price is also moving downwards here. Actually, almost it's level. But that's not a confirmation that we are looking for. AC also starting to move up. Here's a good thing here. So we follow this concept wherein when the so you have this red candlestick, right? And for us to say that it is now going to move on a different direction, which is a bounce here, in the next 3 days, the candlestick should engulf this red candlestick. So the next day here, which is March 23rd, it did not engulf. And day 2 here ended much higher than 431.47. That means it has engulfed this red candlestick. That means there's a big chance We will now continue to move up. Your first area to challenge here would be this. There you go, 597.64. Okay. The next one would be MBT. MBT. Let's take a look. Okay. Also badly beaten. Alright. Let's take a look then. Still showing on a decline, so I don't feel good. Okay, no signs yet, so I'm not very confident that MBT will be reversing anytime soon. What about Meralco? Meralco, so this is a long red candlestick here. We're on a weekly chart, by the way, just a second. Okay. Uh, we have not totally engulfed that red candlestick here. So the goal is for this tomorrow we should end more than 219 area. We should end at 222. But if you want to give it a try, my recommendation is around 208 level. But overall, going back again to the fundamentals of Meralco, um, you know how dependent we are in this company for our power supply, right? So I'd have to say that there's really no negative news around this company at the moment. So I think we are at a very good level to start accumulating here. MPI. MPI. Okay, so look at this. I see that right here, right? So we are now at a much lower state in terms of price. But look at your RSI. That is also the reason why I entered in the stock. So even if I entered at 2.68 the other day, I'm not very worried because again, there's really nothing to worry when your stock is a very stable company. So I know that it will just move up again. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so with me knowing where I stand and knowing my objective, that gives me a peace of mind why I'm getting into these stocks. Right. I think that is it for part one because I don't want to bore you with a very long video, but I am going to record another video to talk about the remaining stocks. Okay, so far in this video, we were able to cover BDO, ICT, BPI, JFC, Ali, SMPH, URC, AC, MBT, Meralco, and MPI. Okay, so good luck in your trades, guys. I'm just basing. I have high hopes now because of what I read tonight, um, wherein selling has been halted or suspended until April 30 in the foreign markets. So I would assume people are starting to become more bullish and would potentially start to invest. And this could be it. This could be the bottom that we have been waiting for and could be bouncing tomorrow or anytime soon. So just be extra careful just in case I have a wrong interpretation or a wrong impression of what is happening at the moment. Just be guided to manage your sizes, okay? Your trade sizes. So don't put everything in one transaction if you want, so that you can really confirm. You may confirm first. Confirm if indeed the direction now is moving to the upside, and then slowly add some more volume as we move up. Because overall, you are at a very cheap level in most of the stocks in the Philippine market. Okay, so I hope you also watch the next video. I am recording this after I submit this one. Okay, thank you and bye bye for now.